This video is going to look at quick search, one of the most commonly used functions in Adaptable or AG-Grid extension. And on the surface, it's a very simple function. It returns, or it highlights any matching text. But as we will see, it also provides a huge range of configuration and flexibility options to match all users' requirements. So as we said, out of the box, quick search simply highlights a matching cell. So in this example here, we've searched for the word JavaScript and we can see any cell that contains JavaScript. So if I was to change this, to React, I can see any cell that contains the text React. So that's the quick search on the surface, but obviously there's a lot you, the developer at design time or the runtime user can do to make quick search match your particular requirements. The first of these is the highlight style. As we've seen, by default, quick search returns black text on a light yellow background, but if that's not what you want, then that's easy to change. In this example here, we've made it italicized dark yellow on a red background, and this can be changed by users as well. So in this example, for instance, let's change it to blue and let's change that to grey, and now we'll see that anything that matches now has a different style, and you can make that bold, italic, of different fonts, you can round it, etc. You've got complete control over what the highlighted cells look like. Here we've searched for JavaScript and there's 25 rows in our data source, and we still see 25 rows, even though there are a couple of rows which don't contain the word JavaScript. And that's because quick search highlights rather than filters. But if you do want quick search to filter, that is also possible. And it's done using this filter results after quick search property in quick search options. And you can see that we've run it here using TypeScript. And of the 25, we now get 8. So if I was to run the JavaScript search that we saw in the previous two examples, we can see that we only now have 21 rows. So those 4 rows which didn't contain JavaScript have now been filtered away. By default, quick search returns true or false based on the display value of the cell. So let me explain what that means. Let's, for instance, imagine that this is an amount. Obviously it isn't, but let's pretend it is for a moment. So if we were to create a format column on that cell, a display format, and let's say we were to do a prefix of £1 and we were to do 2 fraction digits, we now see that the values change to 179,429, even though the underlying value is obviously still 179,429. And that means if I now search for 179, I get that. But as soon as I do the 4, I lose it because the display value, of course, had a comma there. So this is quite a common use case. And the way you can do it is by providing a bespoke quick search implementation. You provide an implementation for this function, and essentially it receives the cell, it receives a whole load of information, and you can do your own evaluation. So you can look at the in this example you can look at the raw value, not the display value, and return true and false accordingly. In this example here, we've provided something slightly more complex where we've allowed you to search in a comma separated way. We've provided an implementation of the function that allows you to provide a comma separated list, and we return true if the cell contains any of the values. So if it contains JS or HTML, because of our search text, the cell gets highlighted. There's a few other things you can do. You're able to exclude certain columns. So if you've got a column that you don't want to be included in your quick search results, it's very simple to exclude that again through a function. You can change the placeholder. You can search on grouped columns, or indeed, if screen estate is very constrained because you're not using the dashboard or you've got lots of grids, you're able to make quick search appear in a floated way. So here we don't see the quick search anywhere, but if I was to do, what was it? It was Command Shift and S. What was it? There we are. In this example here, we've did Command Shift and S, and that makes that quick search appear. So obviously now I can still run quick search and I can click escape for it to disappear as and when I want it. So there we are. That's quick search in Adaptable by default. It just highlights any matching cells, but as with many functions, we give you, the developer and the end user, the power to configure it to match your business needs. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about quick search or any of the many other functions in Adaptable, please get in touch. We'll be delighted to give you a personalized demo, or indeed provide you with a free, no obligation trial license so you can try out Adaptable for yourself. Thanks for watching.